Ad testing without breaking the bank. Is it possible to test your ads without spending a fortune? How long should a test run? What's the maximum time a test should run? And what's the minimum time a test should run? I'm going to show you very quickly some ads that I put together today for a client. Everything's in pounds. Usually most of my clients are in America. This one's in the UK, like me. And they have a medical practice. Actually, they have a chain of medical practices, and they wanted me to put together a campaign promoting an arthritis, what was it? Assessment and treatment. Arthritis assessment and treatment. And we want to test, but we don't want to spend an absolute fortune doing it. So this video is for those of you who need to test, because we all need to test, but don't have a lot of money to do it. So what you can see here is you can see is it eight or six? You can see 6 identical ads. How are they identical? The ad text is identical, the landing page is identical, the headline is identical, everything's identical except for the most important thing when you're testing, which is your creative. Now in this case I'm going with images. Why am I going with images? Firstly, images are fast to make. Secondly, images are cheap to make. Thirdly, Facebook generally gives you better performance on images than it does on videos, unless the videos are amazing. So you test with it. You don't have to, but this is the way I often do it. You test with images, you find the best direction to go in, and then if you want to, you take clues from those images and you use them to make videos and test the videos and see if they're as good or better or worse than the image ads. So I'm going to quickly, I don't want to go too deep into the client's account, I want to respect their privacy, but I'm going to show you 8 images and you can tell me which one you think is the best. They're all very similar. This is a pretty good way of doing it. Now, everyone's got their way of advertising. Everyone's got their style, their techniques, and that's fine. This is the way I do it. It works very well. So, you can do carousel ads. Of course you can. You can let Facebook decide things for you. You can, but in my opinion and my experience, you shouldn't. So I make these images so Facebook doesn't have a choice. I show each one of these images to it in its own separate ad, in its own separate ad set. So each ad goes in its own ad set with its own budget. There's no CBO, campaign budget optimization. It's just one ad per ad set, same amount of money per ad, so that Facebook is forced to show all of those images, all of those ads in the same amount to the same audience, and I get to see what the numbers, the comparable numbers really are. So which one of these do you think on day one knocked it out the park? Like really knocked it out the park? Can you guess? It is, can you guess? It's number 5. It's this one. Totally knocked it out the park. Now, I kind of had a feeling that this nice looking lady was gonna beat the guy. People tend to like looking at women more than they tend to like looking at men, so that's fine. Plus she's got a very nice smile and all that kind of stuff. I kind of thought this could be a winner. I was slightly worried that Facebook would think these ads were not compliant, and I'll show you why. It is compliant, but Facebook, generally speaking, doesn't like us to zoom in on body parts, generally speaking. However, this has got nothing to do with before and after. This doesn't contain unexpected or unlikely results. It does not imply or attempt to generate any negative self-perception in order to promote diet, weight loss, or other health-related products. So theoretically, I knew this was compliant, but in practice, it's like sometimes Facebook will flag it anyway. So it was a bit of a gamble, but it paid off. At least on day one, no issues and no automatic flags. So I think I'm in a good place. And this was the winner. Let's have a look at the numbers. So like I say, this is day one. We've spent a very small amount of money. Every ad has spent approximately $10. £7 is roughly $10. And you can see the huge difference. This is image number 5. Remember image number 5 here with the lady. And we're getting leads for £1.44, which is I don't know, about $1.80 maybe. And the other leads are far more expensive. So should I take action? It's day one. I've spent half of my daily budget. I've spent $10 per ad. Not a lot of money. Should I really be making decisions right now? The answer is no. Now, if you're on a budget, you want to be testing fast and you don't want to be waiting 30 days or something ridiculous like that. You want to get quick results. You want to close down any ads that are too expensive. You want to close down any ads that aren't making you money. In this case, we're looking purely at lead gen cost. We're not looking at ROI or ROAS. That's another story. I do that in other videos. Let's imagine right now the key focus here. Let's imagine that we know the quality of the leads that are coming in, and we know that we can maintain it with any of these ads. So we're not worried about ROAS. We're just focused on getting the best price lead. Typically speaking, we're not in the cheap lead business, we're in the profit business, but to make this video simple, we're just going to focus on cost right now. And you would think, well, that's the best one, let's keep it. But half a day in, half the daily budget, impressions per ad, we always analyze on the ad level. We're not looking at the campaign level. Yeah, we're not looking there at the impressions. We're not looking here at the leads. We're not looking here at the cost per lead. It's not relevant. Okay, this ad could be terrible. This ad could be terrible. This ad could be wonderful. We're looking at the specific ads all the way through the test. We're focused on individual ads. So each individual ad has had low impressions. If it was the end of the day and they'd had double the impressions, they'd had say 1,400, maybe 2,000 impressions, yeah, I might be tempted to take a bit of action, but generally speaking not. Generally speaking, you want to make 3, 4, maybe even 5 days. I'm happy with the impressions here. The impressions are quite high, so my guess is after 3 days, 3.5 days, I'll be able to make some decisions. By day 2 or day 3, if I see that a couple of these here are just absolute turkeys and they're doing nothing and going nowhere, then I'll stop them. Okay? If the numbers, which often happens, all get really tight together, and the one that's got me the 5 leads today has similar numbers tomorrow to the one that's got 2 leads, I'm not taking any action. I'm not taking any action at all. Okay, I'm going to wait until we get to around about day 4, day 3.5, 4, until I make those final decisions. Now, there's plenty of videos that I've made and shared that show you how to analyze the numbers and use things like Bayes to predict the future and to predict which ads you should keep and which ones you should lose. The key is efficiency. You want the ads that get you the most leads or the most sales for the least impressions. Again, I cover that in other videos, so I won't go down that rabbit hole today. But this is just to show you how essentially fairly similar images can get you drastically different results. They're not massively different. They're different, but they're not massively different. Now look at this one. 5 is getting all the leads. 6, has 6 got any? Which is the one that isn't getting any leads yet? Number 4. 4 isn't getting any. Look at the difference. Is there a big difference? No, not a big difference at all. I mean, they're essentially the same image, essentially, but 5 is the winner, and so far 4 is not at all. Interesting. So that's the name of the game. We want 1 ad per ad set. So if we look on the ad set level, you'll see here that we've got 6 ad sets. We've got 6 ads. 1 ad per ad set. A same budget per ad set. Okay? We're trying to make it even. We're forcing Facebook to do what we want it to do. If you start using CBO, if you start putting all your ads into 1 ad set, Facebook's just going to pick its favorites, not the best ones for you, not the ones that are going to make you the most money, but the ones that Facebook likes showing because it gets Facebook the results that Facebook wants. Facebook doesn't care about you, doesn't care about your profits. Sadly, it does not. It's got bigger fish to fry. It's all about its own results. Okay, so don't be fooled. Okay, individual ads in individual ad sets, same budget per ad, same audience, same landing page, same headline, same link, same everything. The only variable is the creative, which, if you want to get the most bang for your buck, is usually an image. Okay, so save those pennies. Pennies turn into pounds, or cents turn into dollars, and yeah, look after your money. This is a smart way of doing it. It's a very efficient way of doing it. 3, 4, 5 days max, you know your winner. All right, have a good day. Take it easy. I forgot to say, of course, I always forget to do this at the end. I've got a Facebook group. I'll put a link to that. It's a private Facebook group. You have to apply to get in it, but I'll put a link to that in the comments. You can apply. If I like the look of you, I'll let you in. If I don't, I won't. I help people for free in the group. And what else? You can, I guess, go along to my Facebook as well if you want, and check out some of my posts there. Subscribe, why not? Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Have a look through the previous videos that I've made that go more deeply into testing and Bayes. That's something that you can use to predict the future. Pretty cool. And yeah, have a great day. See you now.